Cooking salmon is a great way to bring the restaurant experience to your home. So today we're cooking a simple but delicious pan-seared salmon with a bright lemon and caper sauce. And you are gonna love it. Let's cook. Salmon is the third most consumed seafood in the US after canned tuna and shrimp. There's two basic types of salmon. There's Atlantic and Pacific. And Pacific further breaks into 5 more species. Salmon lives in the ocean, but they spawn, meaning they have their babies, in fresh water. And all Pacific salmon actually dies after spawning. Some Atlantic salmon, though, survive and return to the ocean. Commercial wild salmon fishing is actually prohibited in the US. So most salmon sold in the US and actually the world is farm raised, and most of it comes from 3 countries: Chile, Canada, and Norway. This one I have here happens to be from Chile. Wild caught salmon, it's more expensive and it has a deeper flavor and less fat. If you're anything like me, I was afraid of cooking fish at home, so I only had it at restaurants. But today, we're changing that. We'll teach you how to get consistent results at home every time, so you can add an awesome alternative to your family dinners that is both delicious and nutritious. Man, I can't wait. Let's cook. And now it's time for shoutouts. These are the people that are cooking our food, taking pictures and letting us know about it. You know what? You should do the same too. Our friend Cindy Chavis did the fried rice and the lasagna. Noah Reyes did the Spanish omelette. My brother Hugo did the chicken steak. Again, Brian Horan did the tagliatelle alla bolognese. And Vivian Big Mama Ortiz did the steak with mushroom sauce. We are so excited to see you guys cooking. Keep them coming. As always, first we're gonna get organized. The French call this mise en place. And all mise en place is having the tools and ingredients that you need right in front of you. Cooking is always about ingredients, time, and temperature. And most of our ingredients today are actually for the sauce, which you may skip, but I promise you it's gonna be worth it. You know, salmon can be cooked to different temperatures just like a steak. In fact, a lot of restaurants ask you what temperature you want your salmon. Most high-end restaurants will cook salmon medium to medium rare. Actually, the USDA says that we should cook salmon to 145 degrees Fahrenheit. But 125 to 130, it's way better. Sadly, most people overcook salmon, so we are gonna do it right today. We are using a thermometer. Remember, mise en place is less stress. We are gonna sear the salmon. Therefore, it needs to be dry. So you wanna pat it dry with a napkin. Make sure this is very dry, because if not, it's not gonna color well. I had the skin taken out, and if you like it, keep it on and you can crisp it well. Some people like it, I like it, some people don't, but it's up to you. We're gonna season both sides with salt and pepper. You might have noticed, but I'm back in Atlanta. In Atlanta, I use a different type of salt. It's also a kosher salt, but it's called Diamond Crystal. And you've probably heard me say this before, but not every salt is as salty. And this one is less salty than Morton salt. So if that ever happens to you, make sure you adjust. And pepper. To sear the salmon, we're actually gonna use olive oil because we're not gonna use very high heat. So this is gonna impart more flavor as well. After we cook the salmon, we're gonna set it aside and make the sauce in the same pan. For the sauce, we're gonna create a conga line where we're using butter, garlic, flour, wine, chicken stock, lemon juice, capers, parsley, and more butter. Let's do it. This pan is hot. We are gonna add some olive oil, maybe about 2 tablespoons or so. So we're adding the salmon where the skin used to be, that part down. When I hear the noise, you let it drop away from you so the oil doesn't splatter on you. I'm gonna lower it to medium heat. And we're gonna cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. You need to avoid the temptation of touching it. You need to just let it sit there. So what we're trying to do here is to get the salmon nice and crispy outside and really moist and tender inside. See if you can see here the skin starting to turn white from the bottom up. I think about 1 more minute and then we're going to turn it to the other side. Let's take a peek at the bottom. It's looking nice. If you have seen our show before, you know that when we're cooking steak, we add some garlic and some herbs. You can do the same thing with the salmon. We're not going to do it today because we're using a sauce, but you can do the same thing and it will be great. Okay, we're going to flip it to the other side. Again, you want to try and do it, if possible, away from you. And on this side, we're actually going to cook it for maybe a minute or 2. See the meat inside starting to cook. If you see a corner that is not touching the pan, just press it down. So when it's done, we're going to set it aside on a plate and start working on the sauce immediately. Okay, it's been 2 minutes, so we're going to take it out on the plate. Oops. Ooh. That broke. Let's check the temperature. It's 115, so we're going to put it back a little bit further. That's right. We're going to check the temperature again. So we got rid of that oil. We're going to add some butter right from the conga line. And we're going to add the garlic. Let it just cook until fragrant. Do not let it burn. Right when it's starting to brown, we're going to add the flour and cook that away. And this is the process of a roux. And off the heat, we're going to add the wine. Just in case it's going to flare up. Just cooking at low heat. And we add the chicken stock. In French cooking, this is called a velouté. Chicken stock with a roux. Now we're adding lemon juice, we're adding the capers, a little bit of parsley. Taste for seasoning, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. This is called coating the spoon, and if you see you put your finger through it, that line in the middle stays like that. It's the right consistency for the sauce. The time we're waiting for, taste test. Let's get this plate going here. We boiled some potatoes and they are ready to go. Olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some parsley. We're gonna get some of this sauce. Let's put it right over that sauce. All right. See that? I hope you can. But it's nice and moist inside. You get some of that sauce. Oh my God, this is so good. I need a knife. The potatoes are fresh, delicious. This is amazing. The salmon is crispy, but it's so moist inside, and this sauce just cuts right through the fatty salmon. Jonah, come and taste it. Here, just cut some.
So good.
I'm gonna get the wine.
I wish you guys could smell what I'm smelling. Some sauce. So tasty. Has a little bit of tang from the capers. I love capers. perfect. And it's crispy. Oh my gosh, this sauce, I think I can drink this sauce in a cup.
So today we're drinking a wine from Burgundy, and this is a Chardonnay. Actually, that's where the Chardonnay grape comes from. In Burgundy, they rate wines by the whole region or a village or a chateau in a village. This is a village. The producer is Louis Jadot. This is a good wine. It's about $14. The main difference is that it's not as buttery and oaky as California Chardonnay, so it's great for salmon. It's gonna help cut through the fat of it. So let's try it. Cheers.
It's really delicious.
It's really
So good.
Really good. And it's gonna,
Baby, so good.
and it's gonna go real well with this. So try it with the fish now. Let me put some of the sauce in here, right there. And then wash it down with the wine.
Oh, so good. Match made in heaven.
Let me try it. This is cooked
To perfection.
perfectly.
Yes, I hate it when they bring it to me under, you know,
Or over.
or over, obviously, because it's like a fresh. The thermometer. Get the thermometer.
And the potatoes don't fight with the salmon, which is, that's a delicate taste.
I think it complements all the flavor. Perfect.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, as always, 4 things. Subscribe, hit like, share with your friends, and cook it. You have to try this at home. I'm telling you, this is a great alternative for your roster at home. Your family's gonna love it. And you're gonna say, oh my God, where was salmon all my life? This was fantastic. But make sure you come back next week because we're doing a classic braised chicken dish from France called coq au vin. It is a classic and it is delicious. Come back and see us.
Cheers.